A statement this morning from Donald Trump putting a new twist on his constant lie. This, 9:34 a.m. Eastern. The fraudulent presidential election of 2020 will be, from this day forth, known as the big lie. 53 minutes later, this tweet from Congresswoman Liz Cheney, the number 3 in the House Republican leadership. The 2020 presidential election was not stolen. Anyone who claims it was is spreading the big lie, turning their back on the rule of law and poisoning our democratic system. Already this morning, even before this new back and forth, there was talk among pro-Trump House Republicans of calling a new vote on Cheney's leadership job. Let's get straight up to Capitol Hill and CNN's Manu Raju. Manu, an escalation at a very critical time for Congresswoman Cheney.
Yeah, there's definitely a push internally to have another vote to oust her from the leadership job. John, you'll recall in the aftermath of her joining 9 other House Republicans to impeach Donald Trump on inciting an insurrection, there was a vote that was pushed for by the House Republican conference, typically mostly the staunchest Trump defenders in the conference, pushing for a vote to oust her. At that time, Cheney said, bring it on. She said, let's have the vote. It happened behind closed doors in February. She won handedly that secret ballot election. But now things appear to be changing. Whether there's enough votes to oust her remains to be seen. These are still secret ballot elections. But in talking to a number of House Republicans, it's clear that the concerns about her are growing. In a large part, it's about this feud with Donald Trump. Some of it coming in the aftermath of critical comments she made about Donald Trump at the party's retreat last week when she was asked by reporters, but also this being such a central litmus test among the number of House Republicans as well as the party at large, whether or not Donald Trump won the election or not. Most House Republicans won't say definitively one way or the other that Joe Biden legitimately won. Some still back his election lie, and others like Liz Cheney are pushing back, which is why you saw that tweet today. She is making it very clear that anyone who sides with the big lie is undercutting the pillar of American democracy. But that is not what we're hearing from the other members of the Republican leadership. That's certainly not here what we're hearing from Kevin McCarthy, the top House Republican who has aligned himself with Donald Trump and is trying to, as he says, unify the party ahead of their efforts to win back the House in the midterms next year. So the question ultimately for Republicans, John, is will they come and force a vote to try to oust her? Will Kevin McCarthy back her? Another big question. He did last time, but he could call for a snap election potentially as soon as next week. Unclear what he will do. John.
As soon as next week, we'll keep an eye on that. A choice for House Republicans that it actually is the choice for Republican voters all across the country as we get closer to the midterms. Manu, appreciate the hustle and the live report.